Hey everyone, welcome to Multimedia. Thank you so much for watching. We are back again with the president. She's going to tell us a lot about her visions and why in all posts Guilty president. So just stay tuned at Multimedia. We told you this is a place where we dive into your campus experience. Madam President, you are most welcome again.
Thank you so much for inviting me once more. It's really a pleasure. I really enjoyed the previous session and I cannot wait to see what happens today.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
Today, I want to go deep into your vision.
Mm.
In all posts, why Guilty president?
Okay, so first of all, for any changes to be made in this university, if the guild president does not have a hand in it, especially if it's a change concerning students, then the change will not happen. Or if the guild president is compromised, then the change will not happen. So in case they want to limit however much GRCs talk or college chairpersons, however much they try to raise their voices, as long as the guild president is silent, then nothing is going to be done. So that is why I came for this particular position, because there are a number of changes that we need as students, but we are having a challenge of silent leaders or leaders that are manipulated by the administration, and in the end, we do not get the results that we need as students.
Okay.
Yeah.
The leaders, when they are campaigning, they focus on welfare, that increasing the students, whatever. They focus on student safety, those common issues.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your manifesto?
My manifesto. First of all, manifestos in this university do not change because our problems are the same year in, year out. You will find that like you said, everyone's talking about students' welfare, tuition. They are the same things that we are talking about. Identifying the problem is to everyone. Every student is being affected by these same problems, so everyone manages to identify these problems. Only that we get leaders, premises staff, and they do not deliver. I will not blame them, but then I know the issue is because of the time frame. They only have one term of office. That's just 9 months. And then they use the first months to understand how the system operates. Where do I want to go? What do I want to deliver? Who do I talk to? Things like that. So one of the things I would frontline, I'm going to talk about the solutions. I'm going to talk about the problems because everyone knows the problems. When we look at the issue of tuition, the best solution, as we are trying to change that tuition policy, because this is something everyone is going to come and talk about. We need to change the policy. We need to change the policy, but it's going to take time, or it is taking time, and we need to find ways of. We need to find solutions that we can spearhead us as students. If we spearhead a tuition run, at least we've seen a mock run specifically for students living with disabilities come to a success. If we have the same organization for a tuition run, we've seen different companies, different partners coming on board for the mock run. If we have a second run in the second semester for tuition, I believe we can have even more partners and more companies coming on board. Even colleges will give a hand, the administration will give a hand, different banks that you have in this university will give a hand because of that cause. The issue of private students affects everyone. Even when you're a government student, you have one or two friends who are private students. So I believe if we spearhead a tuition run, we are leaving a legacy. It's not something that's going to happen in 1 year. It is something supposed to happen annually. So we are leaving a legacy. If the tuition policy is taking time, let us think of something else. We cannot only look at the same thing. Every person that comes in, we need to change the policy. We need to change the policy. What other things are we looking at as students? So I believe a tuition run would work best as we pressurize the administration to change the policy. We can have something running because students are supposed to sit for these exams. Students are supposed to graduate. That is why I'm thinking about second semester when people are in their last semester. So we prioritize finalists because they have to graduate, and then the other slots we say other continuing students. And these people should be identified by the college leadership because we are going to get circumstances of people coming to benefit from such a scheme, and these people are students of ministers, students of the administrators. So we need the college leadership or the class representatives themselves to identify the right people to benefit from such a scheme. Number two, I'm a resident at Mary Stewart Hall. Whenever I get any issue, something to do with health, I need to tell my friends to run to Wandigea to buy me medicine because they cannot go to university hospital and get medicine on my behalf. For you to go to university hospital, it should be you in person. Sometimes you have to use the Fast Pharmacy app. So if we adopt the same, we have students at courses who are very good. They normally come up with different apps as their coursework or research. If we make use of such brains and we empower them, they can come up with an app. All you have to do is put in your student's number and you have your medicine delivered from university hospital to campus. Even if it's not just people in halls, you're in class, someone gets an issue or an emergency. You as a friend or the person seated next to him or her, you have to run to Chikoni, to KK, to Wandigea to buy that person medicine. So let us reduce such things by having courses students, empowering them to make an app, and you have students putting in their student's number, get medicine from university hospital, and the medicine is delivered. We are moving to a digital world. Yes, the university is trying to adapt that system. When you look at the Mwele, the portal, the voting itself, why don't we look at still other areas that we can incorporate such technology in? So I believe if for frontline telemedicine, it can be of good help, especially to the health of our students living in halls and also emergencies that we can get when we are in classes.
Okay.
Yeah. Number three, when you look at research and innovation, I've been to that. I've been to corners, even the different exhibitions that happen whenever we get some leader in the government coming through. We want to put out a picture of Makere is research led. People are trying to come up with different innovations, but these innovations are not reaching the outside world. They are only stopping here, locked up in a room. They only come out when lecturers are supposed to give you marks or the president is coming and you're supposed to display them. But what happens after? So I believe we need to come up with opportunities ourselves. The administration is not going to create for us these opportunities. The president of this country is also not to he's not going to create the opportunities for us, because these people are not looking at the youth. If it was the National Unity Platform that was in place, if it was the one that is ruling right now, then yes, we would be safe as the youth, because at least for them they prioritize us as the youth. Unfortunately, the ruling government right now does not prioritize us the youth. So you do not expect them to bring certain opportunities to us. So we need to find opportunities as ourselves. We have Convocation, which is an association of old Makere students, and these people are willing to come on board and help different students or take up different students or mentor them, especially if whatever they've innovated is in line with where they work from or the industry they are in. But there's a very huge gap between convocation and the students. Actually, people do not know about convocation.
True.
So all the opportunities still in convocation only stop within people that know about it. So we need to bring these opportunities to the students. And no one is going to do that if our leaders cannot do that. So I believe we need someone who's going to prioritize the innovations, even if it's not an innovation, but people who are entrepreneurs. You have your small business, it is growing. We have limitations in the university. People are not allowed to carry out businesses. But if we have someone who can push for it, if the administration is against it, then let us look for our own opportunities. As we press them, we're like, if I've managed to push my business, it is now being recognized in the outside market, then the administration will have no excuse, because you have something to present to them. You're like, you people put a limit on us. We went an extra mile to look for this opportunity because you're also selling them. If I'm someone who's recognized and I stand on a platform and I'm like, I'm Kadondi Gracious from Makere University, and I'm being recognized or I'm being given an award for being the most innovative, or someone has been the most entrepreneur in their campus stage, then I'm marketing your university. So we have to look at some of those things, and no one is going to look at that if our leaders are not looking at that. So I believe we have a number of issues as students. But then the other missing bit is inclusive leadership. I was when I was here the last time, I was telling you how the house operates. GRCs are supposed to sit down and talk about issues. But in a situation where the president does not frontline inclusive leadership, then he is only going to talk about what he feels like he should advocate for. Yet, if I'm a president from CHS, I may not really understand the problems at SEAS, yet the GRCs or the college chairperson of SEAS understands what affects people from SEAS, and I'm supposed to listen to them. Some of these things, I cannot handle them as a person. If you decide to work alone, you're not going to give us results. So we need someone who can frontline inclusive leadership. The more we get leaders that want to run their government as independents, or someone names their government, the gracious government, the maybe Daniel government, it is not going to give us what we want. The guild is supposed to be an association of all registered Macquarie students. It is not for one person. That means all decisions, all priorities taken should be in favor of all the students in this university, and everyone should take part. How does everyone take part? Everyone here elects a leader, even if it's from an association, your class, GRCs. So if these people send in their leaders and you're not willing to listen to them, and that means you're not going to give them the services that they want, or you're not going to be able to deliver. That's why you normally get questions of, what did you do for us? We are people at SEAS, we are having the biggest number of students. If you do not win at SEAS, you cannot win the election. But people of SEAS are still complaining their issues are never worked on because their leaders are working in isolation from the guild president. The guild president is not willing to involve them. So all the other things that I've mentioned, I cannot have them working out if I decide to work in isolation. So the number one priority should be someone who's ready to work with everyone and knows the real impact of a class rep, the real impact of an association chairperson, the real impact of a GRC or a college chairperson. Yes, and that is why I'm running for guild president, and that is why I feel I'm the best candidate, because I'm someone who knows what it means to be a leader at even the smallest position. Because I've been a leader, I've been a class rep, I've been an association leader, I've been a GRC. So I know what impact that person can have if they are empowered. They can only be empowered if the guild president is willing to have that empowerment given to them. Yeah.
Okay. Madam President,
Yes.
leaders normally say a lot. Sweet words.
Yeah.
Very delicious when they are campaigning. But when they reach in the office, they do contrary to what they say. How can we trust you?
Well, when you look at the people that are the biggest percentage of people that are supporting me right now are people from the College of Health Sciences. Why? I've been a leader there right from my year one. If I was the kind of person who was not reliable or who was absent when they needed me, then I would not have that support. But I've been a leader, and I know that you can only deliver if you are available. You can only deliver if you still have that contact with your voters, with the people that you serve, with the people that you lead. You're not going to present people's issues when you do not talk to them. So at least we have someone who has been tested in the different positions, however small they've been, right from year one. And the people that she has served have not complained and are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that they are willing to be there for her, to stand with her, to make sure even in this race, at least she wins because they've seen her deliver. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for such a wonderful manifesto. She's a lady of solutions. So can we call you that?
Yes. We are not here to talk about the problems, but the solutions. We all know the problems. We need someone who can give us the solutions.
Because what is your slogan in these elections?
For a gracious Macquarie. Yes.
Wow. Now, Madam President, you talked about class reps.
Yes.
You were once a class rep, right?
Yes.
Now, class representatives, specifically at SEAS, every first semester, like last year, even this year, they got some allowance. I know from every college they get. But for SEAS, they get 12K. I don't know whether you are aware of that. 12,000. And the excuse leaders at the college give is that you are many. And when the guild house is releasing money, they release the same amount to each college. Now, for you are many. Now, they say they are many, but they have many course units. That's why they are many.
Yeah, true.
What's your solution for that?
The solution is one. The moment we decide to rely on the guild's funds, that money is not going to be enough. We need to get direct funding from the administration. If class reps woke up one morning and they said we are not going to work, there's no one in this university who will have a lecture.
Yeah, true.
So that means the class reps play a very big role in this university. And the administration should be able to recognize that these class reps should have a separate budget so that everyone is catered for. Everyone is catered for. We all pay tuition. That means a class representative, even though you're at Cs, you're still representing people that pay tuition. So if every student pays tuition, that means every class representative is having students that pay tuition. So we should not have an excuse of Cs has more class reps and that is why they get less money. No. We should push for class representatives because they have a very organized association. The Association of Class Representatives. It is very organized and it can be recognized as an organ. So we need to push for that so that they get direct funding from the administration. They have a whole cabinet, very good structures. And these are people that can work with a guild president. We push or put pressure on the administration so that they are recognized. Just one day like this, they put their tools down. The administration will listen. Just one day like this. If the administration is failing to recognize the impact of class representatives, then let's work together. They put the tools down for one day. We see if the university can function.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, for such a wonderful submission. I hope my class reps have heard from Cs and from different colleges. Do we expect that on your regime when you go through?
The seats are the seats should be there in a period of not more than 2 months. Okay. The seats should be there at choose and Cs.
Now
that is a promise.
From there, I pray you go through.
Amen.
Now, if you have gone through, what will you do in your first 4 months in the office?
My first 4 months in the office, one is to plan for the tuition run. Because if the tuition run is supposed to happen in the last months of the term, you do not plan for it in 1 month. So the first thing we are going to do is go and identify the different people who are good at planning. This is something that should be spearheaded by the students. We do not have the admin. We don't want the administration to get involved because we shall ask for accountability and we shall not get it. The very first thing is to set a committee that is supposed to spearhead the tuition run so that they start planning for it immediately. Number two, go to estates. Tell them, because they are supposed to plan for the financial year in June. They make their budget in June. So in the very first quarter, estates, the budget of estates, the very first thing should be the seats, because the seats, estates is the one in charge of such furniture, the seats. So something like that. We should first have, the moment the financial year starts, the very first quarter that goes to estates, priority should be given to the seats. Yeah. Number two is to go and identify the people at courses who can come up with that app that I talked about that we can use for telemedicine. So you get the college leadership, people who would have passed through, college chairperson, the CGC, the GRCs. Let them call for people. They should not use things of segregation of, okay, she's my friend, I know she's good. No. Let them put the opportunity out there. We're like, we need people who are good at this. Come up with an app. Even if it's a group, we can still empower them and they come up with that app and it is put to use. See, everything is not going to happen in 1 month or 2. What we are supposed to have is everything should be planned for in the first month. Then things should start moving on. And whatever we are running, whatever letter we write, we should be able to present it to the students' fraternity so that they know we are not just seated, we are working.
Okay.
Because most times people run different things, different activities, And the student fraternity is not aware of anything. And like, you guys are not working, what? Because for you just want to wait for results. No, the students should know the guild is running like this. Okay, they've called for applications for people who can come up with an app. Okay, now we've written a letter to estates to make sure they prioritize the seats at Cs and choose the chairperson of Cs. They should be able to get a copy of that letter, and they should be able to present it to their students like, okay, people we are working us as the guild, because also these leaders are part of the guild. So their students should not be demanding for results and they have nothing to show.
Okay.
The students also feel like our leaders are presenting our problems. So every letter that we write should be presented to the students' fraternity.
Okay.
In case we get any delay, when we say, people, we've tried our best, the students have also said we've tried our best. If we are deciding to stand up and raise our voices, they will know that, okay, it is now necessary because they've done their part and our voices are not heard. So students will join in. Right now, we have protests that have 20 people. What is that? Because people do not know how the process is. But if you've seen we've written 10 letters, all the responses are just trying to manipulate us, they're trying to run away from the issue we've presented, then the students should be able to join us. We go into the fight. Yes, so these are some of the things that I personally want to push for in the very first month. And people are seeing progress.
Okay.
Where we fail to have progression, we should be able to stand up and fight for ourselves as students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Madam President, why do you think you won the card?
I was the best mobilizer.
It was the best
I mobilized people, and unfortunately, I did not even have my voters coming from one place, like how the other aspirants were blessed. I had to work hard, looked for people, people that have a good heart for the party, people that are members of the National Unity Platform. They came, voted, and that is how I won, because it was a physical ballot. Numbers don't lie. Any person who was at the headquarters that day will tell you Grisha started winning in the morning, because from morning at around 10 or 11 a.m. till the time they closed voting, it was only full of my people. People putting on reflectors, people putting on t-shirts that have K4G, Kadondi for guild president. So people that witnessed that election, or any photos that you can see on X, on different platforms, they really bring it out well. So the best mobilizer had to win that election, and the best mobilizer turned out to be Kadondi Gracious.
Okay. You know, I saw people standing in sunshine. Some people have love standing in sunshine,
Yeah.
being pushed, but they insisted on voting. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What comes with this card, this flag?
It shows what you actually believe in. You realize when you look at all the other political parties, it's only National Unity Platform that prioritizes the youth. Makerere University has a population of 32,000 students, and around 28,000 fall in the category of the youth. I've left out the 4,000 because they might be PhD students, but at least 28,000 are people that are youth. They are in the bracket of the youth below 35 years. So it really shows what I believe in, what I'm affiliated to, and it gives reasons for students to actually believe in me, because people feel like it is only National Unity Platform, especially Makerere students. They feel like it is only National Unity Platform that understands their pain, that understands the pain of the youth. Yes, which is not the case with the ruling party or any other party. So it comes with that. It shows the students what you actually believe in, the things that the ideologies you believe in, the change you want for the country at large. Because Makerere is just a small part of Uganda, and everything that happens in here is a total reflection of what happens.
So it is a summary of
Yes.
Uganda.
So it brings out that, and people get to understand that when I say Kadondi Gracious, the NUP flag bearer, this is what she stands for. She's not going to side with the oppressor. She is not going to remain quiet about things that affect us. She is willing to stand with us at whatever cost. We've had a number of people being arrested. Right now, good presidents fear to be arrested. They fear to take part in protests. Yet this is the only way. This is what we remained with. This is the only way we can now bring out our voices because the oppressor is not willing to sit on a table with some of us.
Okay.
Yes, so it brings out what you actually believe in, what you stand for, and what you are willing to do to make sure that the common person or the common student is listened to.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going Zamulina, the one with the flag. Recently, I was with Honorable Pasali Waismay, Omukukuti.
Baba.
King Basa. He was the one with the flag, right?
Yes.
And I asked him when you guys were going for primaries over NFP, that whom do you think will win the card? He said that you were around 7-6.
Yes, around 7.
But he said that 6 of them, they didn't believe or accept his victory last year. And he was saying that he doesn't think or believe that when they win them this time, they will accept. Now, and I saw you swearing that if they win me, if I lose, I won't come as an independent. In case it happened, what would you do?
So that election, because it is about who mobilizes best. If you fail to mobilize in such an election that is not involving other students, then that means an election that involves more students, you will still fail to mobilize people, or people will still not believe in you because this is just a group of Makerere students, not the entire university. If people are not able to believe in what you're saying or to believe in your ideologies, or they do not believe you are the best person to represent them, then why proceed with the next election? And to uphold the values of the party, I would definitely step down and support the card because I believe the person who would have won the card would be able to represent the same things that I would represent. So it is better you back them up. So I would not proceed with the election, but rather back up the cadre of the National Unity Platform.
I see you are loved or supported by majority of the students. According to my analysis, why do you think these students love you?
People love someone because of their personality. It is not about money. It is not about the influence, but it is about you as a person because they are going to deal with you as a person. And I think that is the reason as to why people are supporting me because I do not fake anything. I give people the real gracious and I let them decide if it is this gracious that they want to see as a leader or not. So I think it is about personality. It is not about money. It is not about influence. It is not about a college because I come from College of Health Sciences, which studied from Mulago, not even within campus. But I move within campus, but like, oh my guild president, oh my guild president. But also that I think it is about the party I'm affiliated to because there are a number of people in this university that are tired of seeing the oppressors taking all positions. They are tired of it. They are tired of the oppression that goes on, the intimidation that goes on. So all those factors contribute to why people believe Kadondi Gracious is the best leader that they can have for the position of the president of Makerere University.
Okay. Is the current president, candidate president, behind you?
Okay.
Because there is a rumor, there are some allegations that you and him parted ways.
Because of our different ideologies.
You parted.
We did not part ways. This is an election. He's a student and he can support whoever he wants, right? So it's not like we parted ways. He is my friend. We talk, we've worked together. We've worked together very closely and very well. We do not get any issues. But the things I believe in may not be the things that he believes in because he saw the things that I was pushing for, especially on council. He saw how aggressive I had to go. But again, he's a guild president, I'm just a vice president. So all those issues might play to why he's not at the front line of my campaign.
Okay.
But again, like I said, he's a student and he has all the rights to choose the person he feels like is the best. Yeah.
Don't you guys get tired of walking? Okay, you personally, don't you get tired? Because I see candidates walking from here, and I told one of my friends that, for me, I can manage walking from this college, the other college. Don't you get tired? And how do you feel like? How does it take? What does it take to?
There's something that you're looking at. There's a reason as to why you're doing it. If we get to leave someone else that we see will not really represent the interests of the students, if we get to see this person taking it up, then we are not going to get the change that we want. Like I told you, I've been here right from my year one. There are issues that have affected me as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I've told you, me, I will not go to class when I'm hungry. That was my biggest issue in year one. So I do not want to see my sibling coming to my career and facing the same issue. People have, my closest friends, one of my closest friends was almost going to miss doing exams because they had not paid tuition. They lost their parent, and this is what the parent was the breadwinner. They have to pay tuition, so they've lost their parent, and now they cannot pay tuition, and there was nothing to help them. So some of those things, like there's that urge to see that at least you're leaving a better career for the next people.
Okay.
Just because me I've graduated does not mean I do not have a heart for the next people that are coming in. So yes, it is hectic, the movements. Though personally, I enjoy meeting new people. So when I meet someone like, oh, hi, so that whole conversation, it is just tiresome moving, but the whole process of talking to people, it is actually interesting because it is something that I love. I love interacting with people, so I enjoy that. Only that it is tiresome moving from here to here, but it is because you have something that you're looking at. You have a dream, you have a vision that you want. There's a way you want to live my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madam President, do you have money?
Do I have money?
Because people support those with money. Some people support some candidates because of money. Now, do you have money or do you buy voters?
I cannot buy voters. Using which money? Me who was dying of hunger in year one. Right now I have to sit down and budget for my 50K for a whole week. But you can't buy loyalty. You can't buy loyalty. I may be a poor candidate, but people see something in me. You might have all the money in this world. Sevo has a lot of money. Not actually his money, but our own money that we pay as tax. People still go and vote for my president. People still go and vote for His Excellency Chagulani. Why? Not because he gives them money. Actually, people are willing to give him the money to make sure they win the election because of that thirst that they have for the change. So I believe Makere students have that thirst to and are craving for that change. Okay. And it is not something that can be bought with money, because the moment I give you money to give me your vote, then I've bought you off. That means even when I win, you have no say. If you do not have lecturers and I do not help you get the lecturers, you cannot press me for anything because I already paid you. So you're literally selling out the guild. Okay. And whatever you do with the guild, no one can hold you accountable because wabangula bobagwayo. But when someone supports you with all that love and they are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure you win, then they are going to hold you accountable. And that is how I'm running my election, because I do not have the money to pay students. Okay.
Now, so as you know, we see you everywhere. You are here, you are there, you are there. But when the candidates go through, or when someone go through, they become scarce. They become scarce. Like we don't see them the way we used to see. And even approaching them becomes a tug of war. What should we expect?
Yes, like I said, I've been a leader for my year one, and I keep with the students. That is why you'll see that my campaign right now has a lot of year ones, a lot of year twos. Why? Even as vice president, whoever looked for Kadondi Gracious, who is the vice president, and wanted any help, whether it is at Mary Stewart Hall, whether it's at Lumumba Hall, they always reached out and they always got to me and they were helped.
So
in whatever capacity I could help them, I always tried to help. Yeah, so at least this is a leader that they've seen. Abaddewo tavanga wo era tena kyagenda alaga. Omwana abaddewo kuva year one. I've been here right from my year one. I've been in hall, I've been here, like everywhere.
Totambwire mu ddala eritinte.
Nga nkolamu ki? Ye nga njijjeewa. Tugeze serving abaana. So let us not look at leaders who have just come for a certain position or have even just joined Hall because of the affiliations that they have, because of the aspirations that they have. Bwe malufuna byo bye baagala bate Hall. Yet Hall ebabakize up bamanyi waabwe. In the end, baddeyo. Nga tetutubanoonya tetubalaba. Let us look at people who have been there for us. There are a number of candidates in the race that have also been there. But then there are also candidates in the race. We shall not see them. So I want the students to also look at that. Because the moment a leader is not available, you're not going to get the things that you want. Or you have no way of pressing them. You have no way of presenting your issues to them. We need someone again to bail. Where's Gracious? Gracious is at Mary Stewart Hall. Gracious Gracious has been a Mary Stewart girl from year one. Ngatusula mu room y'abantu basatu. So kyekirala ekigenda omukyuka ko tewali. Gracious atambula n'agenda e Mulago ayita ku Eastern Gate n'ayitawo n'ayita mu Keke. Kyekimu tekigenda kyuka because it has been the same routine. Let us not look at people but nze tambula kati because they want a certain position. Okay. Someone has at least held different positions and they did change. Let us look at that.
Now I'm asking you this as a student. You as a student.
Yes.
What happens at the School of Health Science? Like, how do you guys make it to move from Mary Stewart to Mulago? You come that life.
Our life is very hard, but we have to also get tough. When the situation is tough, we also get tough. We moved to Mulago. I think the shortest route is Keke, Chikumi. So yeah, we move. Actually, most people that are in Hall are from CHS. So we literally have to move from main campus to Mulago. We have buses, but the administration is failing to give us one bus. But take fuel, but we driver. But twalenga ku CHS because it is really far.
So mutambulawo.
Tutambulawo. Twali tulina kyakukola kati tesina sapa tekati ngenda linnya atya. So some of those things.
How do you help such students?
We have buses. Actually, recently, Kira Motors added us 3 more buses. So it is a matter. The buses are there. Severa was really packed out with dental school. Near corner Severa. So the buses are there. All we need to do is to advocate for a driver and fuel. We pay a lot of money. These guys can get money and they put in that bus. Never to come fuel. They often need driver. Even if they only those buses move twice. In the morning, never come at 9. They move in all halls, never to CHS. Never come at 5 we are picking you. At least we would have moved a step because
I thought it was like that.
It is not like that, Munange. Buses were easy, but we are failing to get someone to push for it. And that is why we really need someone because they do not know situations at CHS. So we need someone who really knows some of these issues. And they are willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that a change is there. Because it's the entire day you walk from Mary Stewart and it is unfortunate now for us at Mary Stewart it is even worse. We are supposed to use main gate because KK is far.
Yeah. So
we're supposed to use main gate. We cross over 4 busy roads to reach Mulago. So all those risks, no one can know that if they are not part of the students or if they've not experienced such a life. So I can relate with someone who comes from a hostel in a shuttle. Because at least me, I've moved to Mulago. Some people cannot relate. So we need someone who relates to all those conditions. So when my hostel doesn't have a shuttle. Yeah? I can just relate to that. Tulaba, can we get a kakosta ne kabera mu kikoni, the same system that you are pushing for to use at CHS? It can work in Chikoni. But no one is going to push for that if they do not know how it feels like to move or would they go hostel eriwanseeyo olina okwambuka ojja eno ogenda somera ku kona togenda somera ku sedat. Let us have leaders that have experienced what we've gone through. They know our pain because identifying the problems is very easy. Osobola being a muninga okay can be taken more manifesto, but no one can really work on them like someone who has experienced them and knows the need to change these things. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I said comment, ask questions. If she allows. I know you are going to be busy in the coming days. When are we voting?
9th April.
9th April. We have few days. Nominations will be out when?
25th.
Oh, but thank you so much for joining us today. We have enjoyed the conversation. Were you active in the previous election or general election?
The general elections, I had a race. I was standing for GRC for my school.
General elections of the country.
Yes. I had to be there for the National Unity Platform, especially for right now, Honorable Maseru Karobat and Honorable Natalie Margaret, that is Mukono, because that is where I come from, and I had to be there for my people. Yes. Even when the oppressor didn't want to see us engaging with the public, with our voters, we tried. Even on voting day, we had bullets being fired, particularly in Mukono.
Mukono, it was worse.
Yeah, but good enough we twakakuuma akalulu era baatulangirira.
Amina. Talk to your voters.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm here to kindly request for your support. We really need a leader that is going to represent us, a leader that is going to stand with us at whatever cost with no manipulation. We are tired of leaders who get manipulated. Let's get someone who has understood the system, who has seen how dirty the system is, and is ready to treat that system. So I'm here to kindly request for your support. I'm Kadondi Gracious, Aspirant Group President, National Unity Platform, flag bearer. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Honorable Kadondi Gracious.